Yeah. Feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine. Loving clouds city, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, I'm Han Solo. We've got the TTI League finals here today, and it's Han versus Han, yellow versus red. Looks like Beton says he's gonna need 10 minutes. Okay, so we've got time to vamp. Man, it's been a great season, and it's coming down to this. This is where we are. 2 Sabines in the top 4. Neither of them made it. First time in a while that we haven't had a Sabine in the final. Instead, we've got 2 Hans. We had some interesting decks in the top 8. We had a Akira, a Palpatine Blue. We had Django, and we had another Han Yellow actually that Cody took on me. It looks like Beton might be getting started early, so let's take a look at these deck lists. This is Cody's. Cody being a previous champion of the TTI League. He won twice in a row, seasons 5 and 6, I believe. And he's the only American to have ever done it, and now he's got a chance to do it again with what looks like a pretty standard Han Yellow list. He's got the 1 Plo in the main deck, which I think is maybe a bit off meta, but not all that off meta. This is Beton's list, which is very interesting. It's Han Red, which is running a lot of the same cards, but you don't get some of the cool mono yellow stuff. Like, it's harder. You can't really do the DJ trick. You have DJs in there as a 3-drop, and potentially if you go up to, if you get tech, you could pull off the combo. No cuttings either, but you do get things like, Sabines, Cassians, Poes, K2s, the Gorilla Attack Pod. There's a one of Mace in there. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. I'm not really sure who's going to have the edge initially, but it looks like we're getting right into it. It looks like Beton's got initiative here, and is going to go ahead and go up to 3 to play the Liberated Slaves. Cody is going to start small with L3. Beton, in previous matches that we've commentated, has been very aggressive with that Han. He's used it almost every round. So we'll see if he does that again. Here he's got a bit of a better curve. He go slaves into K2. But he might, decide resource and play K2 this round. Looks like both players starting off aggressive, hitting base. Cody's going to play slaves. And Beton plays the second one. Cody's now got the chance to play either Cunning or Gamma Guards here, but before he does any of that, he's just going to go to base with the slaves. And so now Kira can call either of these two, but whatever one he doesn't call is going to get wrecked by the other one. Calls the Gamos. So I imagine we just go Cunning. I don't know what the Cunning targets are. You go Exhaust, you go Discard. I think both those are solid. I think he's almost certainly going to go buff the L3. And I probably Exhaust. Maybe he bounces one of them. He's having second thoughts about using it. I guess he could theoretically go like bounce discard and not do the buff. But the buff just seems so powerful, especially in a mirror like this. Yep. All right. Buffing L3. Stop the most amount of damage. Deal the most amount of damage. Even though he leaves both slaves on board. And now we're going up to 5. I imagine both players are going to go straight from 5 to 7. Or at least to 6. And we'll see if they go all the way up to 7. Gamma Guard's probably going to get resourced here. Oh, no, maybe not. No, it goes for the tech. Theoretically, you could play Gamma Guards for 7 this turn. Cody also has another Cunning here, which could be insane. Alright, no, Gamma's going to get resourced by the Han here. So there's the flip. And I think we might just see the Cunning. Like, the Han unit is a bit difficult to pass up, but Cunning is just so valuable here. To stop the Han hit. Buffing is a bit riskier, but yeah, he's not going to go for the buff. Decides to bounce the Kira instead. Bouncing Kira is a bit interesting because it does technically allow her to come back out, but if he bounces the slaves, there's a greater chance that Beton has another 3-drop in hand, which I think is why he went for the Kira there. Even though it gives a chance to retrigger the Kira. Cody's in a very, very good position because of these back-to-back Cunnings. All right. Looks like Han's the call there on the replayed Kira. And Cody is just going to go for that spark while he can. Almost certainly taking the emphasis there. Exactly. Ooh, and Beton's starting to play control here. Damaging the slaves, but he's going to take 7, 8, 9 damage this turn. Goes all the way up to 20. Although Beton does have, an extra unit out in comparison. And he's got, okay, looks like he's going to go for Blaster here. Probably trade Hans. Or not trade Hans, but kill the other Han. Exactly. And this puts Cody in a fairly weak position, board state wise. He's still got lots of stuff in his resource row. Right? We know he's got a tech back there. I'm not sure exactly what else he has. And Beton is just fully playing the control here. I think he has to. He got out to such a disadvantage early. Is that a Falcon out of the resource row? Zori. That's pretty good. Zori is now lethal if Cody has a blaster or if he draws Surprise Strike. Which might force Beton to claim here, and it looks like he does. No Surprise Strike, but he's got Falcon. So if we can get an L3 hit off plus Falcon, that gets him there this turn. Second blaster from Beton is going to allow him to kill the Zori. L3 is going to get one in. L3 ties. And then Beton's going to play it safe and spark before playing Falcon. And he sees there's nothing there. Pick is probably Kira, just because that theoretically could stop the Falcon. Yep. And there's a Cassian out of the row. And Falcon from Cody. And we're going to game 2. America the beautiful. From sea to shining sea. Let's take a look at sideboards. This is Cody's. He's actually playing with it right now, so you might be able to see what he's bringing in. But he's got the Bamboozles, Waylay, Azatux, Third Gamos, Zori, Change of Hearts. I don't know if Change of Heart could be spicy in this matchup. I don't know if you bring it in, but almost certainly that Gamo's coming in. Probably the Waylay. I don't know what else. On Beton's side, I don't know what of these comes in. A lot of these seem like they're there for control. He's got Wolves in there. Fang Fighters for Sabine, probably. Syndicate Luckies might make an appearance. In fact, they probably will. They trade very well into the 3/5s. Fennec, maybe. Maybe the third Spark. We'll see. But it looks like they're shuffling up. All right. We might see a similar open here. With Beton going for the Han right off the bat. Yep, goes resources the attack, probably going to play this Falcon. And Beton goes for the 2/2 shielded. It's the other one this time, Crafty, not L3. Crafty, I think, is technically better to see on turn 1 because you can smuggle L3. Theoretically, although I've seen it done maybe once or twice. All right, Falcon able to compensate using the extra resource. And Beton going to use Han again to play this Kira. And again, he's going to see double 4s. Probably calls Gamos. Because Gamos are difficult to deal with here. Yep, we're moving on. There's DJ picked up in the hand here, although there's one on field. So and we're on 4. Sorry, I was looking at Beton's resource and thought Cody was going up to 5 also. No, he's not. And Beton's not going up to 5. He's gonna have to go down. But so the DJ combo's not online yet, but could be next turn. All right, Cody forgot what was named. It was the Gamma Guards. Probably looks like he's okay. No, he's gonna resource the DJ. Interesting. All right, and there's Kira effectively gonna make this turn. Probably gonna blank the Poe because it could be played this turn. Beton we know does have some tricks in his resource row, so the turn's not over if he calls Poe. Yep, it was Poe. All right, Beton's going up to 5 here. We know he's got tech in the resource row for that's 4. Cassian. Cassian's a solid one. And Beton is now ahead on damage, unlike where he was last game. In fact, by a pretty wide margin, he's ahead. Being able to get those tempo boosts off of the Cassian and Falcon readying themselves on play. He is behind on cards, though. But in a matchup like this, the card advantage doesn't matter as much. Especially when you've got a second hand of resources. And now Cody is pivoting to playing control here. Beton decides to go to 6. So does Cody. And Beton gets the flip. Cody's going to flip here too. Cody is at risk of getting blasted here. But it looks like Beton's looking at his resources. And it looks like he is not going to go for blaster, at least right now. If he does have it. Maybe he just doesn't. Sorry, we're getting a bit of lag here. But I think Beton thinks he's the aggro here. And is going to say, you deal with my stuff. Plays a spark on the back end here. Probably take those Gamos. Exactly. Crafty can use that shield, finish off the Han. And jetpack out of the resource row. That's been the new tech in these Han decks is jetpack. The winner of the Portland Planetary had one in his. And now Cody pretty much needs to top deck exactly Cunning, and he doesn't get it. So we're going to a game 3. It all comes down to this. This has been a good one. The 2 top 4 games we had of Han versus Sabine were over in like 10 minutes. But this one's actually going the distance. Beton has been a long-time competitor. He hasn't won a league yet. I think this might be even his first time in the finals. But he's a very good player. I think he's won big tournaments in real life, so absolutely worthy. Cody, like I said earlier, a 2-time champion, won it back-to-back a few months ago. And now he's trying to reclaim it. And he drew DJ Tech. We'll see if he goes for it. I don't know if that's the play in this matchup, but he decides to resource the crafty smuggler here. So all right, looks like he's going for probably Bodhi right now. Maybe he goes for the DJ straight up and says, I'm not going for that plan. Is Beton AFK? Should be Beton's action. All right, there we go. He's got it. Going to go and use this Han, resource the breaking in. And all right, yep. Cody's just going for DJ, and so is Beton. Not going for the trick play. And Cody's going to go Blaster and favorably trade here. Beton using the Han again. And he's got a choice of 4-drop units, goes for K2. I think this is the first K2 we've seen this match. And there are the bamboozles out of the sideboard for Cody. The DJ with the blaster gets 1 hit off, at least. Kira coming down to disrupt. Cody, of course, though, does have double 4s. Although the Gamma Guards here is, not as good as it could be. It looks like Waylay is the call. Interesting. I like that call, actually. There's the Gamos. Basically just demanding a trade from the K2. Ben could be a bit greedy, take initiative here, maybe go for this blaster in hand onto the K2, or onto the Kira, sorry, to clear the guards favorably. It doesn't resource the blaster, maybe he's got a second one in the row already. Or some other plan. Nope, he's just going to go for the ability. And, ooh, forces the discard here. That's very interesting. Probably just the Kira Waylay. Yeah. And this DJ is going to get another whack off onto the base. Beton's got the ability to go into Han here this turn, which would be the first. I think it's the first 7-drop we've seen all match. All right, it's gonna get Kira though. Although Beton does have the ability to kill the Kira if he wants. Because we know he's got that blaster in there. Is Cody thinking about calling someone else? No, he's just going to call Han. And Cody looks like he is going to go up himself. All right, and going Kira for Kira here. Han's not online this turn, but and Cody had an opportunity to bamboozle there, decided not to take it. Ooh, and Beton's got a blaster of his own, which is going to allow him to trade Hans. Or trade into the Han, sorry. Ooh, and the blaster trade that Cody got early in this game with the DJs has now been turned around back against him. Although Cody is still up 10-0 on the damage board. Cody does have the ability to stop this Han this turn if he wants. All right, Ben needs a second. All right. So Cody could do that either by attacking DJ into Han, fully killing him, or by bamboozling him. And if he does that, then Beton can't play this Han unit on this turn. And Cody, remember, knows that the Han's there because of Kira. He might want to use his DJ, though, aggressively here. Although if he does, like, he's in danger of just getting outpaced. On Beton's side, picking up the Syndicate lackeys here. All right, it looks like Cody going to do the trade here. First, all the Han. Cody knows what's going on here. He knows he's in a bit of a rough spot, but I think he's in a rough spot anyway. Like, all right, looks like Beton is going to play something out of the resource row here. Cassian. This gives Cody an opportunity to bamboozle the Kira, which might be a move. Going to go resource instead. Does he have like a DJ or something? Oh, I think he does have a DJ. He does. So he's going to steal that resource. Maybe, we'll see if it means anything. Oh, there's the one of Plo from Cody. Ooh, jetpack hit off the DJ2. That's actually an impactful resource to steal. All right, DJ's going to have to trade with this Kira here. And Beton's slowly starting to take the lead in damage and card advantage here. He is down in resources, but I mean, with Han, you can never really be down that much in resources. Going to go for Kira. Kira, unfortunately, here isn't really that good because she gets answered by everything. But she can choose essentially what Beton's play is. Would you rather deal with a Han or a Syndicate lackeys? If he picks the lackeys, then Beton has to get rid of a card to answer the Kira. But I don't know if Cody has like that going out for the Han unit. He's got Cunnings, which he is due. It's Jover. I mean, there's lots of things that can happen when you've got what looks like a pretty simplified game state here. And Cody still's got a lot of things left to draw, but he's definitely behind. Have they? And it's going to be lackeys to call, yeah. Which means Beton has to give up another card here. Four resources for something out of the row. Is it a tech? It is a tech. But that's just going to draw out the Han ability. But Cody's now got a unit out. Bouncer is theoretically an answer to Han for the turn. Bouncer's really not all that good into this board state. Like, if he bounces the Cassian, Han can just resource the Cassian and then he comes back out. If he bounces the Han can just come back out, kill one of these units. Although, if he is able to stick, like, Bouncer plus Liberated Slaves this turn, he can Plo next turn, and Plo deals with the Han. So, I mean, that's an option that he has. Keep in mind, if he takes that line, he can deal with one of the units being killed, because Plo counts himself. Oh, did the server crash? Something crashed. Was it my end? Okay, well, let's... Yep, my TTS is dead. Okay, sorry about that. All right, we're getting this back up. TDS has an autosave function, so hopefully... Is this it? This is... Oh, this is not it. We're a bit further down the line than this. All right, so sorry about that. We'll do that. So from that point, Cody resourced one of these things. DJ steals it. Does it save my camera position? It does actually save my camera position. Okay. Is this what happened? I think this is what happened. Yep. Yeah, this looks right. Okay. Yep. Yep. All right. So now this is where we're at. Bouncer slaves. Cody's actually going to resource the slaves, which prevents the line that I was talking about. Maybe he's got something better. If he's got like something he can play out of the resource row for 4, like another tech, then he can do effectively the same thing that I was talking about. L3 does the same thing too. Yep. But even if he plows here, he's got to deal with the second Han, and that's going to be tough. One of these days, he's going to get a cunning. All right, there's the plow. And there's the second Han. Gamma guards is a bit gnarly here. L3 allows Cody to put a bit of a dent into the Han if he wants. Oh, there we go. There's a cunning, and there's also an Emphas. Cunning allows like a potential out to Han, which is like buff the L3, do something else, and hope that Beton doesn't have a way to answer the L3. Emphas is a bit safer right now to bounce the Cassian, and that's what's going to happen, yeah. I'll keep in mind Beton can always just resource it and play it back out again. He's also got a Falcon in hand, which can put out 3, plus a Surprise Strike with 3 more damage. There's a lot incoming here, potentially. Although Beton is looking at perhaps just playing this big Falcon. Four. All right, there's Falcon in space from Beton. Cody, I think Cody has a blaster. Considering just using that now, yep. Hit for 4. Cody retaking the damage race for the moment. Right now he's just shy of being able to technically have lethal next turn. Beton can definitely get to the point where he has lethal next turn with this hand and full resources. Ben's thinking about it. It's his action. He's got Surprise Strike, which can hit for 6 here, and he can potentially go for either just play this Falcon or like play a Cassian again. Did he just take initiative? Interesting. Probably because he wants to use Surprise Strike Han to kill Emphas, is my guess. Cody's thinking about his resource here. There is benefit to going up to 11 here. All right, now I mean the benefit based on that hand would be Emphas Cunning, but maybe I mean there's always benefit to going up because of the things you have in your resource row. So I was exactly right. Surprise Strike into Emphas here. Secures the board for Beton. Cunning should seal the game here. I mean, not quite. All right, something coming out of the resource row here for Cody. 7 for what is it? Oh, DJ again. Okay. DJ not so much relevant for the D-ramping at the moment as for stealing a potential smuggle card. I mean, the D-ramp does matter a little bit, at least. All right, there's a tech here from Beton. And Cody was in the hole a bit, but he's managed to he's kind of managed to come back. Gonna now bounce that Han. Remember, Cody has not Han'd this turn, I don't think. So, he doesn't have a way to destroy that resource immediately unless he decides to give up this cunning, and I don't think he's inclined to do that. So he might be going into a new round with the DJ still potentially being live to give the resource back, which is not something you see often. For resources for Spark to kill this cunning. That's pretty good. I mean, that cunning probably would have been, maybe not sealed it, but it would have been a lot for next turn. Surprise Strike here is a big pickup. But I mean, Cody does have 10 on board right now. Going to go, I think Cody's got it with the Surprise Strike here. He does 7. So now either of these two units on board is lethal. And I don't think Beton's got anything in there that does it. Is that it? Is there something in there? Nope, that's it. GG. Congratulations, Codyf13, for taking down now his 3rd TTI League championship and bringing it back to America. That was an incredible 3rd game. The first 2 were kind of beatdowns, but man, that 3rd game went forever and it was back and forth. That's what I love about Unlimited. Games like that, close ones that involve a lot of strategy and skills, and every little resource matters. You should play that big Falcon that one turn, I think. Yeah, the turn he claimed to Surprise Strike the Han into the Emphas was a big one. Like, Beton had the potential to push a lot of damage that turn and decided not to. He could have played the big Falcon, or he could have gone like, attack with Falcon, resource the Cassian, play the Cassian, attack with Cassian, which would have put 6 more damage on there, potentially even more than that with Surprise Strike. Could have been a much different game, but the Emphas would have been out, and that would have mattered a lot. Cody had County at the time, so I don't think we can go back and say that. But if someone wants to write it up, go for it. Thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations to Cody. Congratulations to Beton for making it this far. And remember to always take the initiative.